Namaste students. I am Jivin Dr. Rajesh Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic chromatography and the principle. This topic belongs to the downstream processing in the BSc Biotech 6th semester. So the chromatography is a separation technique and the topic include separation of some mixtures. So what is the chromatography? Chromatography is a technique which is used for the separation of mixtures, and it is a technique for the passing a mixture dissolved in a mobile phase to a stationary phase. So there are two phases, mobile phase and the stationary phase. So chromatography, in chromatography, the mixture is passed in a mobile phase and the stationary phase. It separates them to analyze, and the analyte will be measured how much they are present, how they can be separated. So the chromatography technique is basically dependent on two things. First thing is mobile phase and stationary phase. The type of the chromatography is also dependent on two things, mobile phase and the stationary phase. What is the mobile phase? Mobile phase is a phase which carries the sample. It is a it is a past it is a path through which the sample is passed, and the sample will be loaded somewhere. And stage phase is the phase on which the sample is loaded, For example, in silica plate, the silica is the stationary phase, and in the silica chromatography, that is the thin layer chromatography, the silica is the stationary phase, and the solvent which we are using are mobile phase. So these solvent will carries the sample. They will carries the sample to separate, and the sample is loaded on the silica, so it was the stationary phase. So this is the basic principle of the chromatography. So how much type of chromatography exists here? Here we can give some brief here. First one is the solid chromatography. What are the mechanism? So these all things will be discussed here. First one is the stationary phase. What is the stationary phase? Stationary phase is in the paper. Stage phase is a path on which the sample is loaded, and the mobile phase, the phase on which carries the sample. So on that basis, we are going to discuss about some type of chromatography. So first type is the paper chromatography. Paper chromatography. What is the paper chromatography? In the paper chromatography, the sample is loaded on a paper which is known as the water and filter paper, which will be any radial chromatography uh, or square chromatography. Radial or square may be found. So what are the characteristics of the paper chromatography? In the paper chromatography, the first thing is stationary phase. So what are the stationary phase in the paper chromatography? Stationary phase in the paper chromatography is the solid material, which is the paper. Okay, a filter paper is a solid support, which is the stationary phase. And which paper can be used? The paper which can be used include some filter paper and filter towel. So these papers can be used in the filter paper chromatography. What is the mobile phase in the paper chromatography. In paper chromatography, I discussed some solvents are used which carries the which carries the sample. So those solvents are known as the mobile phase. So what are those mobile phase? The mobile phase include the organic solvent such as methanol, hexane. So these all are included in the mobile phase. Or there may be some water or rubbing alcohol. They can also be added as a solvent. They can also be added. Butane and butane and acetic acid can also be used as a organic solvents. So what are the characteristics of the paper chromatography separation? The separation in the paper chromatography is based on the polarity. Okay, it is based on the polarity and it is based on the size of the molecule. Okay, it is based on the polarity and size of the polarity. It is based on the polarity and the size. Subpolarity, the solvent which you are using, okay, it should be non-polar or polar. Whatever we are using, it will depend on the sample we are using. The sample polarity will match to the solvent. If it will not match to the solvent, then it will. If the sample and the solvent polarity match, then it will process. It will move. It will be moved. It will be mobile. But if the solvent polarity and the sample polarity do not match, then they cannot match. Then the solvent and the subject which we need to be separated will not move and separation will not be conducted. Second thing is size. If the size of the molecule is larger, then the separation is very hard to complete. But if the size of any particle molecule, such as a protein, amino acid, whatever we are using, the size is small, then the separation is very easy. So how the separation is conducted? In paper chromatography, the separation is dependent on, as we have known, that it is dependent on two things. First one is polarity. So, and the polarity must match. Okay. And the second thing is size. If the size, how the molecules are separated on the size. In paper chromatography, the separation is conducted on the basis of the size. How we are using paper, filter paper is a stationary phase. So stationary phase is a method. It is used to diffuse the compounds which are we are going to separate will diffuse in the filter paper. So if the size of the molecule is smaller, then it will be easily diffuse. It will easily diffuse into the filter paper. But if its size is not small and it is larger than the filter paper, then it will hardly move. So the molecule with size is smaller, they will move faster. They will migrate very faster. And the molecule whose size is very large, then their migration will be slow because the molecules which we are want to separate, they will not be able to diffuse inside the filter paper. So the migration will be slow. And on that basis, there are some bands are formed when the sample and the solvent will reach at the end 1/3 of the portion, then it will be analyzed that how much size are varying. The size variation will be important because the molecules which are larger in the size will not migrate more. The molecules whose size are smaller will migrate for few times. They will the smaller molecules will migrate towards the end of the solvent, but the larger particles will not move along. They will migrate until they will migrate according to their size only. Okay, they will not migrate uh, longer distance. So this is the basic of the paper chromatography. What is the mechanism of the paper chromatography? If the molecule to be separated are more attracted to the stationary phase, then it will move slowly. Okay, and if they are not attracted, then they will move fast. What is the meaning of the attraction? Means their size is larger, and if the size is smaller, then they will not be attracted by the stationary phase, so they will move faster. What is the advantage of the paper chromatography? Talk about the advantage of the paper chromatography. The first advantage is that it is cheaper. It is very easier to perform. It is very cheaper because we need only filter paper only. Only filter paper is required, and some solvents are required. What are any advantage? That we need only some solvents, whatever solvents, and propanol, butanol, petroleum ether, whatever. So these solvents are required in small quantities. And another requirement is uh, next requirement is paper, and the paper is filter paper, which is very cheap, but is very not it is not expensive. Only single paper can be used. Okay, so the first advantage is it is cheaper. First, then the second advantage is both organic and the inorganic compounds can be identified by paper chromatography because we can use water also, we can use rubbing alcohol also, we can use petroleum ether, diethyl ether, acetic acid, whatever we want to use, we can use everything. So every kind of compounds can be separated by the paper chromatography. And what is the disadvantage of the paper chromatography? The disadvantage of paper chromatography include the large quantity of samples cannot be applied. That is a disadvantage because if we want to separate large quantities, so it will not be applicable for the separation of the large quantities. Only few micrometer will be separated by the paper chromatography. If we want to more, then we need to uh, load more samples. If you want to separate more uh, compound, then we need to load more samples in the paper chromatography. So this is the disadvantage of the paper chromatography. Next thing is that complex mixtures cannot be separated. So complex mixture means if some mixtures which have similar type of characteristics and they are bound to each other, then they cannot be separated by the paper chromatography. So that is the disadvantage of the paper chromatography because it will not be easy for paper chromatography because it is a simple method and the complicated things cannot be separated by the simple method. And the next disadvantage is that it is less accurate. It is not 100% accurate. It is less accurate. And the one thing which is very important, uh, the result in the paper chromatography is analyzed in the form of the RF value. Okay, which the formula of the RF value is the distance traveled by the solvent and distance traveled by the solute. So this is the formula of the RF value. So I hope the students will better understand all these things. So what I discussed in this lecture I discussed about the chromatography introduction and the basic idea about the chromatography, and the thing which I discussed in this lecture is the paper chromatography, uh, the stationary phase of the paper chromatography and mobile phase of the chromatography. And what are the characteristics, what is the principle of the paper chromatography for the separation of the particles, what is the mechanism of the paper chromatography in the separation of the particles.